Now, the most challenging time in a woman's life is that period called the menopause. How the name came about, I don't know. But the point is, most women find this period very troubling and disturbing, including myself. And what exactly is the menopause? It's actually the period when the woman's monthly cycle is about to come to an end. Every woman passes through this difficult time in her life. Now, at what age? It depends on various factors and individuals, depending also on how early your monthly cycle began. But most times when you are already in your late 30s, like 39, 40, the signs are beginning to show up little by little. By the time you are getting to 40, 45, 46, you are already having the symptoms. And so most women during this period, they need guidance, they need assistance, they need coaching, from experienced and older mothers, because we didn't have that privilege, and it is very important. And if you don't have it, better to find opportunity and then get some knowledge about menopause, so that you can also do that online. Now, during this period, a lot of changes begins to take place in the life of the woman, but not to the knowledge of you as a person. Your system is already beginning to prepare for the eventual ending of that cycle, while you are still enjoying your life, your food choices and everything. And in this very video, I want to share 9 lifestyle changes, including things you need to start doing to reduce these ugly symptoms, like hot flushes, not being able to sleep, low energy, sometimes dizziness. In fact, it always looks like life is about to end. That's what happens to the woman. Sometimes you could be healthy in the morning, by 4 p.m. you're very, very sick. That is how it happens, but it's not something to worry you about. To be too troubled about, because a lot of people have come out of it and living a healthy and normal life like those of us. It's a period that you need to learn. You need to make some drastic changes in your life, in your diet. Number 1 change you need to make is your weight. If you're overweight, you must work hard to reduce your weight immediately, because the menopause comes with its own weight gain. So if you are already overweight, your symptoms, all those menopausal symptoms is going to be worse. And so it will be every day in and out of hospital. That was our experience. And so you need to work hard to lose your weight. Reduce all those starches, carbohydrates you're consuming, bread and biscuits. Take them out of your diet. Reduce your dairy consumption and all of that. Start exercising. And then let the weight gain begin to go down, so that you won't have too many, complications. Number 2 also, you need to start taking water seriously. If you have not been doing water therapy, you need to start, because your body is going to work more with water this time around and not with carbonated drinks. If you have been taking carbonated drinks, maybe before any little thing, you go for one and open it and drink. It's time to stop. Once you start getting to this age, and maybe you have never been sick. That's the experience of many women. Never been to hospital except for child delivery or for birth. But during the premenopause years, you discover that you are frequenting the hospital. That is exactly what happens. You are wondering, what is happening to me? My dear, nothing is happening. It is this menopause we're talking about. That's why we want to talk about it. You need to watch to the end. If you're a menopausal woman in the house, you need to make sure you watch to the end, because we've been through it. So you need to work on your weight and make sure you reduce your weight, because it's coming with weight gain. If you don't work on your weight, it's going to come up with things like high blood pressure. A lot of things is going to start happening, right? Simultaneously while the premenopause is going on. And so you need to take water seriously. Start your morning with water, lots of water, because to help clean your organs and help to balance your body and make sure you are taking good water. Then number 3, you need to start exercise. If you haven't been taking exercising seriously, you need to start exercise moderately. That's number 3. So as to help to keep your body very, very active, reducing weight gain and other, ugly and sluggish symptoms that comes with menopause. Watch what you eat. Stay off the processed foods. If you have been buying processed foods, like all the morning cereals and all the ready-to-eat bread and biscuits, stay off them, because they will make your symptoms worse. Mark this. You can get a note and write it down. Number 5, you need to also say no to caffeine. Reduce caffeine, not really reduce caffeine. Caffeinated teas and beverages. You need to be very, very careful, cautious with them. Don't engage in all those leafy teas without any nutrient. You may need to stay off them. If you want to take tea, let it be non-caffeinated teas like your hibiscus flower tea. It has anti-inflammatory properties. It does not have caffeine. There are other teas, even the cocoa. It has more caffeine, but you can take it because it's a source of magnesium. You can take it. There are a lot of other teas that you can use. Chamomile tea to aid your digestion, to support your digestion without bringing in caffeine into you. Have mint tea, you have a lot, but don't go for all the black teas and all the stuff. I used to be a lover of green tea so much, but during that menopause, you can't believe it, I was off green tea for a long time, and for several months it was like I couldn't continue without the tea. But over time I began to bring in little by little, not as I used to before. So you can reduce some of these things. Occasionally you can still go for it, as long as it's a natural food. Then you need to also the ugly symptoms of menopause. When you are experiencing perimenopause, so you just start feeling shivering or feeling like you're not in control of yourself. So that is one of the things that caffeinated teas will increase in your menopause or perimenopause experience. So that's why you need to stay off them or reduce their consumption. Same thing with spices. You need to also be cautious with spices. These are things that could increase that anxiety attack. It's one of the most common symptoms during perimenopause. And the caffeinated teas will also increase things like insomnia, because it's one of the symptoms. You are not sleeping deep, you're not, your sleep life is disrupted. Sometimes you are just awake, but wondering why people are sleeping, you're not sleeping, because of this hormonal issues, changes, estrogen activities, and then you bring in caffeine. So that's why you need to be very cautious. If you're a lover of caffeinated teas, there are other naturally occurring caffeines like bitter cola, like coffee, and the rest of it. But during the menopause, you need to be careful with them. Stay off them or reduce their consumption to the barest minimum, because they will increase your symptoms. Reduce your carbohydrates generally. General carbohydrates. If you want to reduce menopause symptoms, all those carbohydrates like yam or the rice. A lot of you like rice a lot. You could stay off months without rice. Yes. Focus more on protein and healthy fats. If you have not been taking fats seriously, that's the time, because they help you balance your hormone. The healthy fats like coconut oil, avocados, olive oil, almond fruit or oil. And then you need to also begin to include nuts. If you have never been mindful of nuts, you need to also put your eyes on nuts to get most of the vitamins and minerals, including zinc, selenium, and a lot of even proteins that you need for your body, for your well-being. And then you need to also start including raw foods. When you are going through the menopause, your body's ability to absorb food is reduced. That's the one basic thing you must understand. And so the way you eat and things get easily as absorbed and accepted by your body is reduced. That's the major thing. And so sometimes when you finish eating, it looks like your body doesn't want the food again. As if you should open your body and take out the food, all that you have eaten. No, it's because of the menopause. And so most times you should also include uncooked food, fruits and raw veggies. If I like to eat, one of the things that helped me come out of this menopause was consuming cabbage and carrots. All those things like stomach ulcers is going to be a way out of it. Then the cabbage, it was my first time to actually notice that cabbage was a fat burning food. I mean, top on the list of, though it's sweet and it's a source of sugar, but I tell you, it's one of the top food that helped me throw out all the weight. I was weighing over 100 plus. Yes. So you need to focus on those food that will help you burn fat, like I mentioned now, and then start including them. I normally take it then before my main meal. When I'm about to take any legume, for instance, I'll take carrots, cabbage, many times not really blending to juice. Well, if you can blend it to juice, good. But just take a little, mix them up and take raw foods like cucumbers. Sometimes you take green apples. It's a source of malic acid to help you to reduce the activity of yeast and fungus. These are things that, I mean, put forces together to make your life so look like you are so miserable during the perimenopause years. So sometimes you need to tackle, and then sometimes constipation also comes. What should you be doing? It is this healthy fat that we talk about that helps you to, manage things like constipation. And then what about poor digestion? You start noticing something like bloating, something like gas. You eat some food, it's staying too long in your stomach. You need to be spicing up your foods moderately. Some of you you are using bouillon cubes to enhance the taste of your meal. It's time to stop. Yes, I'm going to add more for you in this list to those of you that are watching. So you need to stop those bouillon cubes and start using artificial taste enhancers, garlic, ginger, onions, and turmeric, and all the anti-inflammatory foods to be able to bring out the taste in your meal, sea salt and the rest of it to avoid inflammation, to reduce inflammations. You need to reduce stress. Yes, you need to start taking things easy. Find time to take a break because of your heart during the perimenopause years. Reduce your stress level because your body is winding down gradually without you knowing. And then with these few, and find something that keeps you happy and up looking and not depressed, because depression is also part of it. You don't have to worry. It's something every woman goes through, but it's not the end of life. Don't forget to click the subscription button if you love this message for more tips. And also hit the notification for more like this. Thank you for watching.